everybody, it's Norm from Tested here at Maker Faire 2018. Was immediately drawn to this incredible model train set. Now, Stretch Anderson, you were the founder of the local chapter of the European Train Enthusiasts?
That's exactly it. Another guy and I started this group 25 years ago, and it's a modular group. Basically, we have a series of modular sections that different people build and put together, and when it's all put together, we have this tremendous layout that you see before you here at the fair.
This is a tremendous layout. You were telling me there are 28 individual sections?
28 individual sections. Each one is individually built, designed, owned, operated, transported by one guy or gal, and they bring them to the show. We set them all up to create this universe.
And I assume some people are assigned corners and curves?
I'm sorry, I'm choking here because I've got smoke coming from our local brewery.
Yes.
I'm going to turn that off so we can talk better. Is that all right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I assume some of these sections are assigned to be corners and joins points, but most of them have a dedicated area where that's where the track is laid.
Exactly. So the corner modules are basically owned by the group, and each individual section, like this one right here, is built by one individual.
With 2 lanes at minimum.
Double track main line, and all the way around, and the catenary, which is the overhead wire, actually works. The electric trains, in fact, let me show you one. Here's a locomotive. So the electric trains, like this one right here, actually, this is called a pantograph, and they actually pick up their power from the overhead wires.
Oh, they do?
Just like real trains.
Oh, nothing is on the rail itself?
If it's a steam locomotive or a diesel locomotive, it picks it up from the tracks.
Got it.
And the electric locomotives, they can actually pick it up from the bottom as well, or from the overhead wire.
So you have power running on top and bottom.
That is correct.
Wow. Well, so I know in model train worlds there are a lot of different scales. Is this
This is HO.
HO scale?
Yeah.
And is that the scale based on the width, the gauge of the track?
Yeah, it's 1 to 87th scale. So everything that all the little buildings, all the people, everything is 1 to 87th scale.
Because the standard track in the United States is what, like 4 feet or something, 4
yeah,
8
I think
inches.
it's 4 feet, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't ask me about models in the United States.
Oh, because you guys are European
Yeah,
train
that's right,
enthusiasts,
yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
So, because you guys are European train enthusiasts, the trains are inspired by real engines.
Exactly. You're going to see trains here today. This happens to be the locomotive I had in my hand here. This is a little Swiss locomotive. There's German trains, there's trains from Belgium and so on. So all of us in this group have some fascination with the actual railroading in Europe.
Wow. Now, it boggles my mind that when you get these modules together, they work seamlessly.
Right.
And you can not only have them running as one track, but you have lots of engines on there at the same time.
Exactly.
What's the electronics behind it to manage that system?
Okay, so we have a signaling system that's basically computer controlled. We have a little memory unit in each of the corners, and there's an infrared sensor. And as the train goes around and trips the infrared sensor, it basically sends a signal red in the area that the train just left, which doesn't allow another train to go beyond that to go into the next block.
Self-correcting.
Exactly. And when the train goes around the next corner, it trips another sensor, which causes that one to go red and the 2 behind it to go green, letting the next train advance.
It makes sense, totally, yes.
Kind of just like a real railroad,
Yes,
actually.
exactly, exactly. You said you started this group 25 years ago.
Correct.
How long, are some of these from 25 years ago?
Yeah, there's 2 over here that I built with myself that are 25 years old. There's another pair over here that I built with another fella. They're 25 years old. But there's one over here that's just 2 years old.
Oh.
So we have people joining the group and building new sections all the time.
Has the technology changed in terms of what gets put inside one of these
the
modules?
technology's changed in the 25 years.
Yeah.
So we have more sensors and so on and so forth. We have some ambition to do even more sensing and more computer control. We're trying to do a lot of things with a layout that is obviously there's a lot of moving parts and always is reconfigured. So one of the things I didn't mention is that this section right here, which is next to this corner, there's a profile down here that basically goes down and across and down, and that profile is repeated at every joint between modules. So they're all interchangeable. So if we're in a larger building, we could add more. If we're in a smaller building, we can take some out. If this person says, gee whiz, I'm going to be on vacation, I can't be there, we can take this one out.
Lots of little hills between every
so
section.
The chance of this signal and the sensor which controls it being next to one another at the next time we set up, probably 0.
And yes, it blends so well.
So we have to have it so we can reprogram it. So every time we set up, we have to write a new program to basically make sure the signaling system is working for that particular configuration.
And it works for any size room, as big as this one, or a ballroom. room or someone's house.
Exactly.
Do you have your own track at your house?
Well, in addition to this, yes, we added a third garage and a room above it for my addiction, shall we say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
How can people get involved to visit tracks, to visit ranges like this, or to build their own?
So the best way would be to get involved in our group. You can go out to our website, which is ete.org, and you'll see chapters. We have 15 chapters across the country. If you're in the Bay Area, which is the Maker Faire folks here, hit the San Francisco Bay Area chapter, and within that you'll see a little bit about how to join our module group.
Wow, and what's the largest you've ever had an assembly?
We have 28 modules here. I think we've had 37 at one, or 36, excuse me, it has to be an even number, 36 at one point in time. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
We could stand here all day just looking at trains go by. It's
so
delightful.
Absolutely.
Stretch, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much. Pleasure to meet you. Thanks.